Welcome to our channel Tech Theory Concept. In this video, we will discuss what is closure of attribute and how to find it with the help of Armstrong axiom, and also we will discuss a trick to find the closure of attribute. In our previous video, we have already discussed closure of functional dependency and Armstrong axiom and how we can find closure of functional dependency using Armstrong axiom. In this video, we will see one more important use of Armstrong axiom, that is how we can find closure of attribute. So let's start with the concept of what is closure of attribute. If we want to find closure of any attribute, suppose A, so it will contain all the attribute that is determined by A. To understand this concept, let's take an example. Suppose we have a relation R which has 5 attribute A, B, C, D, E, and we have some given functional dependency. A determine B, A determine D, B determine C, and C determine E. In any university exam or in any competitive exam, you have only given these two things, a relation and some given functional dependency. By using these two information, you have to find out number of candidate key present in this relation. To find out number of candidate key in a relation, we always need to find out closure of attribute. In this video, first we will see how we can find out a closure of any attribute. Then I will discuss one trick to find out any attribute closure. In our next video, we will see how we can find number of candidate key in a relation. Suppose we want to find out attribute closure A. Whenever we want to find any attribute closure, at that time we need to check how many functional dependency starts from that attribute. Here we need to find the closure of attribute A. So first we will check how many functional dependency starts from attribute A. There are two functional dependency given, A determine B and A determine D. By using reflexivity rule of Armstrong axiom, you can find out A determine A. We know that this reflexivity rule or this trivial functional dependency is always true. We have already discussed this in our previous video. Now we have A determine B and B determine C. So we can find another functional dependency here, that is A determine C using transitivity rule. And same rule if we apply in functional dependency A determine C and C determine E, then we can easily find out A determine E using this rule. Now if we combine all the attribute, because here our left hand side attributes are common, that is A, and right hand side attribute are different, so we can combine using union rule, and we can say that one more functional dependency is present here, A determine A, B, C, D, E. Here we have checked all the functional dependency that is start from A, but here A may contain combination of attribute or set of attribute. For example, if we want to check all the functional dependency starts from AB, then the first Armstrong axiom rule that we can apply in this attribute AB, that is a reflexivity rule. So the first functional dependency we find that is start from AB is AB determine AB. This is a reflexivity rule, and if you will apply in this functional dependency decomposition rule or splitting rule, then you will have two new functional dependency, that is AB determine A and AB determine B. That is a decomposition rule. And if we use transitivity rule in this attribute AB determine A and A determine B, so we will have a functional dependency that is AB determine B. So here it is already present. Now if we will use A determine D and AB determine A, so we will have a new functional dependency that is AB determine D. By using AB determine B and B determine C, we can find out AB determine C. And if we will apply transitivity rule in A, B determine C and C determine E, we will have a new functional dependency A, B determine E. So this is a transitivity rule, and we can find three new functional dependency using this rule transitivity. Now if we will combine these attribute by using union rule, we will have a functional dependency, that is A, B determine A, B, C, D, E. If we will write closure of attribute A, so we can denote the closure of attribute, that is A plus, A superscript plus, and we will write how many attribute we can determine by using A. So here we can say that using union rule we can determine all the attribute present in this relation, that is A, B, C, D, E. So the closure of attribute A is A, B, C, D, E. Similarly, we can write closure of attribute A, B. Here the closure of attribute is A, B, C, D, E. Normally, if we apply Armstrong axiom rule to find out closure of attribute, this is a very lengthy process. That's why we will discuss a trick to find closure of attribute. To find out closure of attribute, we have three steps. So we will discuss these three steps using the previous example. If we want to find out closure of attribute A, so we will write this A plus. The first step is add the attribute which are present in left hand side of given functional dependency. So here which attribute closure we are going to find? A. This attribute is present left hand side, so we will add A in the closure. Why we are doing so? Because according to Armstrong axiom reflexivity rule, we know that A always determine A. So in this first attribute that A will determine is A. Now we will add the attribute that are present right hand side of this attribute. So here we will check how many functional dependency will start from A. Here we can find two functional dependency, that is A determine B and A determine D. Now we will check which attributes are present right hand side of this attribute, that is B and D. So we will add B and D in closure. That is the second step. Now add the attribute that are present in right hand side of functional dependency. Now in third step, we will check how many functional dependency is start from B and D. So you can see that there is no functional dependency start from D. Only one functional dependency is start from B, that is B determine C. So we will add that is present in right hand side of this given functional dependency, that is C. Now we have added C, so we will check which functional dependency starts from C, that is C determine E. So here you can see that the attribute E is present in right hand side, so we will add the attribute E in the closure of A. We have checked all the functional dependency. There is no functional dependency remaining. There is no other functional dependency that is starts from E. So the closure of attribute is A, B, D, C, E. Here the sequence doesn't matter. Now if you want to find out the closure of B, so how you can find? First we will add the attribute B in the closure. Now which functional dependency start from B? So here we can say that B determines C. So next we will add C in the closure. See, now we will check we have any functional dependency that is start from C. So here we can find out C determine E. So we will add E. Is there any functional dependency start from E? So we will again check there is no functional dependency start from E. Now we have the closure of attribute B, it is B, C, E. In this way, you can also find out the closure of attribute C, D, E as well as combination of these attribute like A, B, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, B, C, D, etc. In our next video, we will see how we can find out number of candidate key present in a relation. If you have any doubt, please leave a message in comment box. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel Tech Theory Concept as it motivates us to create a new and knowledgeable video for you.